Hello and welcome to your Harmonious Hatha yoga practice. Today we'll move through a whole series of classical yoga postures, attempting to find breath and presence and poise in each of those shapes, and hopefully leaving ourselves in a nice, calm, meditative place to go about the rest of our days. Let's get on your mat and enjoy this one. So as you come to a seat on your mat, I happen to be sitting on a bolster, but sitting comfortably for you. Let's help to ground ourselves in and center ourselves by taking a nice big inhale and a long sigh, settling your awareness into your body, your breath, and do that one more time, a nice big inhale and a long exhale as you sigh. From that place, if it's comfortable, allow your eyes to close or cast them downwards. Soften through your facial features, your shoulders, your hips, and feel the gentle rise and fall of your breath, allowing your rib cage to be receptive, front, back, and sides. Allowing your belly to be soft and spacious as the lungs descend, the belly moves. And continuing to sink your awareness more deeply into the sensations of the breath, the sensations of your body. And from that inner place, just noticing how things are for you today. How are you doing? How is your body feeling? How is the quality of mind, of thought? And also, how's the heart? How's the emotional center? And just allowing all of those things to be as they are, not needing to change them, just acknowledging how you are and where you're practicing from. And then with that acknowledgement, connecting a little bit more deeply into what your intention is today. Why have you come to practice today? What is it you need from your practice today, in this moment? And allowing that feeling, that intention to arise within the body, within the heart, within the mind. And staying true to your intentions as we practice today. And to help to seal in our intentions and to mark the start of the practice, take another big inhale here. And a long sigh. And welcome once again to your yoga practice. So good to have you here. On your next inhale, open up your eyes, reach your arms up overhead, take a nice big stretch. Stretch one way, stretch the other way. And then gently come forwards onto your hands and knees to a tabletop position. And as you come to a tabletop position, so fingers spread wide, shins roughly parallel, just a few simple cat-cow breaths to get the body moving. Inhaling, lifting your head, your tail, and then exhale, rounding, tucking the tail in, pressing the mat, tucking your chin, really round your spine. Nice and slow movements. Inhale to lengthen through the front side of your torso. Exhale to round. Top of feet might be tugging a bit. Really press into the mat. And one more time. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to round. Press the mat. Tug those feet isometrically forwards. Inhale back to a neutral position. Fingers spread nice and wide. Really rooting into your hands. Tuck your toes at the back. And then hover your knees just a little bit off the ground if that's possible. Just trying to find a little bit of engagement through the core of the body here. Just letting that happen intuitively. A little movement front, back, side, side, circular, whatever works. And then from there, bum back and up. Drop your head down.
and find good old downward dog. So it's an upside down V shape, and you're bending and straightening your legs, trying to crack your toes, twirl your ankles around, bending and straightening the legs, swaying your hips around, just waking up the back line of your body. Nice. It feels good in my calves today. And then we'll walk up the mat and drape yourself over your upper thighs, head relaxed down, knees nicely bent, and just shake off any tension in your fingers, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, your neck. Nice and relaxed here, just shaking a little bit to dissipate agitation in the upper body. And then inhale to a half lift, come halfway up. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Do that again. Inhale halfway up. And exhale, fold and bend your knees. With your knees bent, inhale, swoop your hands up to the ceiling. Stand all the way up. And exhale, wash your hands down the front of your body. Do that one more time. Just a nice big inhale. And a long, sweet exhale. Bring your feet tightly together. As you inhale, bring your hands up. As you exhale, interlace your fingers. Bring them down to about mouth height, and then press away from you as you exhale. Inhale, hands go up nice and tall. Reach up, stretch up, and exhale, bring your hands wide to the sides of your body. We'll do that a couple of times. Inhaling, hands go up. Exhale, you interlace your fingers and press them away from you, round your back. Inhale all the way up. Exhale out wide to the sides of your body. And one more time. Nice big inhale. A long exhale, rounding. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to the sides of your body. Moving into the movements of your spine now. Keep your feet together in the middle of the mat, more or less. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, settle your shoulders. And then holding onto your left wrist with your right hand, reach up nice and high, and then take yourself over to the right as your hips slide a little bit to the left. So here the focus is the left side of your body, right from your left foot to your left hand. So try to feel a bit of extension there, and also a bit of engagement, engaging the left rib cage, tightening up through the outer left hip. And the alignment is roughly shoulders and hips square with the head of your mat. So typically right shoulder forwards and left hip forwards, and find that stretch, that calmness, that breath. Hope that's working for you. Nice. Inhale, come up. Separate your shoulders, integrate. Do the other side, so a little bend in your knees. Inhale, reach up. Left hand's pulling the right hand as you go over to the left. And now you're trying to accentuate the sensation through the right side of your body, finding a good sense of length there. Right foot pushing down, right hip moving to the right. A little bit of activation through the right lung, right rib cage. Waking up the spine. Nice. Inhale, come up. Interlace your fingers, point your index fingers, and then reach up nice and tall. Squeeze your biceps by your ears. Then hips forwards, chest up. Look at the ceiling as you draw your hands back. Keep your biceps and ears more or less in the same alignment. Hips forwards, chest up. It's quite stimulating. Stay with it. Find your breath. And then inhale, come up. Bend your knees a lot. And wrap your arms behind your legs. Try to grab whatever you can grab, elbows, forearms. Let your head drop down. Keep your body resting on your thighs, and slowly try to lift your bum up and squeeze your knees together. Really activating the muscles on the back of the legs. Feel that activation. That's what we're looking for. It's not just a stretch. Stretch and activate. A little bit of a tug. Nice. Inhale. Halfway up.
Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Inhale, rise all the way up again.
And exhale, wash your hands down the front of your body. Continue this side. Inhale, hands all the way up. Feet slightly separated. I'm going to show you this way. Feet slightly separated. Sit down, palms face the floor, and then fold your arms in. This is kind of what we're looking for. Feet a little bit separated, sitting into the chair, and you're tugging your elbows slightly apart. Notice the orientation of your spine. So we're not sticking the bum way out, and we're not tucking it way under. It's more or less a neutral spine that we're looking for here. And sitting into it, allowing ourselves to get a little bit of energy from this shape. Nice. And then inhale, stand up, feet back together. Boom. Sit back down, squeeze your knees, squeeze your bum. Now we'll take that left hand outside your right knee, your right hand to your low back, and just moving the spine, not your low body. Rotate to the right, belly in, spine nice and long. So we're trying to twist the vertebrae in your spinal column, and we got to keep them nice and separated to do that. So nice long lines here. Feel your breath. You want something a little more juicy, that's up to you. Hands at heart. You could tip forwards and place your elbow on your right knee or beyond the right knee. Pull the belly in and prayer twist. That's just a choice. Inhale, hands all the way up, stand up. Exhale, sit down, separate your hands. And we'll do that again on the other side. So knees are squeezing, bum squeezing a little bit. Right hand moves outside the left knee. Left hand goes to low back. Just moving the spine, not the hips. Find length and rotation. Find your breath. I'm trying to find mine. And then maybe hands at heart, maybe elbow to knee or beyond the knee, and rotating. Nice. Feels good. Waking up that spine. Inhale, hands all the way up. And exhale, integrate. Hands come down slowly. We're not trying to get too crazy here. Inhale, hands all the way up again. And then exhale, we'll fold all the way forwards.
Inhale to lengthen away from yourself. And as you exhale, take just your right leg back a long step, right toes tucked, and put your right knee on the ground. From there, inhale your hands up overhead. This is a kneeling lunge. So we've got that right hip coming slightly forwards, left hip's moving slightly back, shoulders square with the head of your mat. And then we can do another side bend here. So hold your right wrist, reach up, and side bend to the left. This time it'll give you probably a bit more sensation through the outer hip. Meet that sensation in the outer hip with a bit of activation. Find that sense of length. You could be drawing the right hand with the left hand, or taking whatever flavor works for you. Inhale, come back up. Separate your hands, back toes are tucked. Lean forwards and lift off the back knee. It's kind of wobbly, so this is a runner's lunge. We've got the hips moving to square. Hands nice and bright. Belly a bit drawn in. Tailbone a little bit tucked. And gaze straight ahead. Nice calm breath. Meeting this challenge here. We're coming up higher on the big toe mound of the right foot. Lovely. And then inhale, swoop your hands overhead. Drop your back knee just about to the ground or all the way if you like. Squeeze those hips together. Take a few breaths here. Another big inhale. And again, exhale, lean forwards. Find that runner's lunge. Inhale, dip that knee down again. And then as you exhale, simply step to the front of the mat. Hands swing behind. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, wash it down. Now we got to do the other side. Inhale, hands all the way up. And exhale, fold all the way forwards. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. And as you exhale, take the left foot back, left toes tucked, left knee down. Pull up my pants. Inhale, hands all the way up. And exhale, square things up. So again, the pelvis is trying to come to square. Right hip back, left hip forwards, arms overhead. Finding your breath, finding your poise. Back toes are tucked. Hold on to your left wrist, reach up, side bend to the right. Getting that sense of stretch through the outer left hip here, outer left rib cage. And probably many variations of where you can place the right hand. Again, kind of a choice. Inhale, come back up. Separate your hands. Lean forwards, lift off the back knee. So runner's lunge again. Nice proud heart here. Gazing a bit more forwards as if you were crossing a finish line. That's why we call it a runner's lunge. Nice. Calm breath here. Inhale, dip your knee just about to the ground or all the way. Nice blossoming through the shoulders. Breath nice and calm as best you can. Ideally through the nose at all times. Exhale, lean forwards. Obviously I have to breathe through my mouth because I'm talking. Back heel a little bit higher. Inhale, dip your knee down. And exhale, we'll step forwards and swing our hands behind. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, wash all the way down. Nicely done. From the middle of the mat, just go side to side here, tapping your shoulder, tapping your kidney. I'll take on a little bit of a balance here, just to give it a try. So really root into your feet, nice and strong. Hands on your hips. Spread your toes of your left foot. And then bring your right knee up. Hold on to your right knee with both hands. Pull it up nice and high. Flex your right toes back towards your knee. And then from here, holding on with just the right hand, open the knee out to the right. Nice and high, nice and wide. And then take Chin Mudra, that's first finger and thumb of the left hand. Send that out to the left. And try to find a lot of distance between your knee and your hand. Belly's drawn in, breath nice and calm. You could even gaze towards your extended hand if you like. I don't dare, I'll fall down. Slowly hand to hip, knee forwards, and foot down. Yes, kind of depends how far you go. You go to where you need to today. It's not a performance, it's a practice. Root into your right foot, bring your left knee up nice and high as you can, flexing left toes back towards you. Then left knee out to the side, nice and wide. Chin Mudra with the right hand. Then find that distance between knee and hand. Belly's drawn in, nice and strong. Opening it out. Find your breath. Maybe gaze towards the extended hand if that makes you wobble and fall down. Whatever, get back in. Gaze forwards, hand to hip, knee forwards, foot down, shake it off. From here, let's move into a warrior two sequence. Inhale, hands all the way up, and exhale, dive all the way forwards. Inhale to lengthen halfway up. As you exhale, plant your hands on the mat. Step your legs back to plank pose. So plank pose is that dreaded push-up position. You're squeezing your legs towards one another isometrically, or in fact they're touching. If that's too hard, put your knees down. You're pushing away from the ground, nice and broad through the upper back, and your neck is nice and long in a neutral position. Beautiful. From here, knees down, flatten the tops of your feet, lie down. Don't let your hands move. And then cobra, inhale, send your heart forwards, pelvis down, and squeeze your elbows in towards your ribs. Exhale, come down. Do that again. Inhale up into cobra.
And this time on your exhale, look over your right shoulder, let your left shoulder drop, twisting your thoracic spine. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look left, right shoulder drops. Inhale to center. And exhale, go down. Yay. Inhale onto your hands and knees, tuck your toes, and go back, downward dog. And downward dog, you can bend and straighten those legs as much as you like. Nice. And then simply step your right foot all the way forwards between your hands. May take a few steps, but keep your back toes tucked. This is a little bit of a challenge here. Inhale, come up into a wobbly lunge. So back toes tucked, back heel lifted, hands up nice and bright. Find warrior two from here, hands to your heart, gaze forwards, pivot your back heel down, and then slowly open your hands out. Left hand back, right hand forwards, warrior two. There it is. Adjust your clothing. I don't know, I didn't pick the right outfit today. Keeps moving. All right, from here, we want the feet to be nice and active. Front foot in particular is trying to rotate clockwise, so it's really strongly engaging the right hip. Hands are more or less parallel to the ground. Eyes are square. Breath is calm. Find your breath, find your breath. Yeah. Exalted warrior. And turn the right hand up. Inhale, right hand up, left hand to the back leg. And hold the back of your head with your right hand, pressing head to hand to head as you send that right rib cage a little bit more forward, even bending a bit more into the right hip. Yum. Feels good. Inhale back, up, warrior two. Exhale, elbow to knee, palm face up. And send that top hand nice and long, extended side angle. Parasvokhanasana. Finding energy from the back foot to the top hand, more or less a straight line without much weight in the right elbow, if at all. Good. Inhale, come up again. And this time, straighten your front leg. Doesn't that feel nice? But we're going to bend it again. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Humble warrior. Roll your shoulders back and down. Puff your chest. Look to the upper left corner of your mat. And shoulders come more or less inside your knees as you fold forward. Try to keep the spine nice and long. Left foot nice and active. Yum. And now come up again. Straighten your front leg. Pivot on your right heel. So wide leg forward fold comes next. Heels are wider than your baby toes. Dive forwards. Bring your hands down to the ground. Let your head relax. And then it's kind of up to you. You can either hang out here, try to engage the muscles on the backs of your legs, or you could grab your big toes or your ankles and draw your elbows towards your shins, pulling your torso, your face more towards the ground. Good sense of engagement there. Pull. Nice. And then inhale. Halfway up, hands out front of your face. Keep your left hand on the ground. Slowly lift the right hand all the way to the ceiling. Try to rotate just the spine as you look up at the end. So your two hips still trying to be square. Stretch up and then bring it back down. Do the other side. Right hand stays down. Left hand rolls up. Blossoming open. And exhale all the way down. Beautiful. One hand, the other hand to your hips. Inhale up. Exhale, pause. Nice. Now facing the back of the mat, let's pivot on the left heel, bend the left knee, finding warrior two facing the back. If that's too confusing,
take left foot to the head of the mat. And it'll all work from there. Open the arms out, warrior two. Nice sense of engagement through the back leg, front leg nicely bent. Gaze out over the second finger of that left hand. Nice. Exalted warrior. Left palm up, left hand up, right hand down. And I do like to hold the back of my head with that left hand. It helps to create a bit more isometric activation through the left rib cage. Find your breath there. Inhale up. And exhale into extended side angle. Elbow to knee, top hand nice and long. So from right foot to right hand, there's one extended angle. That's what's called extended side angle pose. Pressing and reaching, breathing calmly. Yes. And then inhale, come up. Straighten your front leg momentarily. Feels good. And then again, bend that front leg, interlace your fingers, bend your back. Roll your shoulders back down. Puff that chest, dive to the upper right. Humble warrior. What are we humble and about today? Remember the humility, not a bad thing. Nice, stay here. And then inhale, come all the way up. Square up the inner edges of your feet, and then fold forwards. Here, this movement is called Skandasana.
You might even turn the toes out a little bit more. Bend the right knee, let your bum shift to the right. Feel the inner left leg engaged. And then bring your bum to center, bend the left leg, straighten the right leg, inner leg nice and strong. So side to side like that, and feeling that sense of engagement in the inner leg as you come into the stretch. A few times, side to side. And let's linger. So options when you're in the extension, you could have your hands at your heart, or you could pivot on the heel of the extended leg, finding a sense of pulling the heel back towards the groin. So you could do that side to side as well, feeling into the shapes that work best for you. And then slowly come back through to center. Pause right there. Let your head relax. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, don't pass out. Bend your knees a lot. Jump to the middle of the mat and go side to side a few times. Nice, feels good. A little bit of breeze in here. From here, let's bring the feet tight together. Bring your hands onto your lower abdomen. Take a big inhale and exhale, relax. Let your eyes close or cast downwards. What we're up to here is re-grounding, recentering ourselves before moving into the next part of our practice. Nice. And then slowly, slowly, open up your eyes. Feel that sense of rootedness, of calmness again. Ready to continue. Moving into some balancing poses. Step towards the back of your mat. And then turn your right foot, so your heels are touching. Turn your right foot to point to about 1:30 on the clock. And then bend your knees quite a bit. Step forwards with that left foot as far as you can. Boom. This is called Warrior One. Bring both arms up. Keep your shoulders square with the front of the room here, or front of the mat. Breathe calmly here. Nice. And for a little more juiciness, interlace your fingers, point your index fingers, reach up. Offer a little bit of a back bend. Exalted warrior. Nice. And then from here, inhale, come up, lean forwards, pivot your back heel,
And then lift off the back foot. I'm going to step towards the middle of the mat. Finding this pose called toppling tree. Little bending and straightening of the left leg to find the engagement there. Back leg nice and high. Leg and torso parallel to the ground. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then inhale, feet together, arms up. And exhale, hands come down. And return to roughly the back of the mat, feet together. Do it again. Pivot on the left heel. You're pointing to maybe 10:30 on the clock. Step forwards with the right leg. Arms come up. Overlap your thumbs, point your index finger. Reach up. Back bend. Exalted warrior. Keep that left hip moving forwards. Squeeze your arms towards your head. And then inhale, come up. Lean forwards. Pivot your back heel, lift your back leg. Toppling tree. Again, you can bend and straighten the right leg a little bit to find the engagement and the systems of support in the leg. Find stability. And then inhale, feet together, arms up. Exhale. Wash it down. Good to see you sticking with it. That's awesome. Let's move into eagle pose, the next balance. Take your feet fairly wide, but turn your toes in. And then drop your knees to touch. So this is called goat pose. Your knees probably slightly beyond your toes. And then we'll lean a little bit to the right and take that left leg up and over. Maybe you're kickstanding on the floor, maybe you're lifting, maybe you're tucking behind the right leg. Bring your arms up. I'll bring the left arm under the right arm at the elbow. Maybe you're holding your shoulders, or maybe your hands are in prayer. And find the breath here. Find the balance. If you fall out, just get back in. Figure it out. Find the breath. Find the poise. And then inhale to release. Exhale, wash it off. And again, find goat pose. Again, I like to start with hands and hips. This time we're leaning a little left. Without lifting the hips up, right leg comes up and over. Just sitting down even further. Boop, falling out. That's okay. Bring the arms up. Right arm under left. And find eagle pose again. We're trying to find poise, presence, calmness, and whatever we're doing. Squeeze the muscles of your upper back. And then inhale to release. Exhale, wash it down. One more cleansing breath. Nice big inhale. And a long exhale. Now for our final balancing pose, a nice grounding pose, tree pose, Vrksasana. So here, I'll face you. Turn the right foot open, right hip open. And then you can place your heel to your ankle, your calf, across the knee joint, above the knee joint. Press foot to leg, leg to foot. And then bring your hands up. So here, good sense of engagement between the leg and the foot. Good sense of rooting down, creating tree roots, and then pulling energy from the earth to your heart, and then from the heart, blossoming into your branches, into the leaves, and endeavoring to find a bit of poise and calmness here in tree pose. Breath nice and slow, nice and even. Nice big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale your knee forwards. And exhale, foot comes down. Little shiggle, little shake. Other side, so we're rooting down into the right foot. Turn the left foot open, left hip open. Place your left foot wherever it's going to go. Good connection. Hands at your heart. Root down, rise up. Separate your hands, shoulders, integrate your shoulders. Find your breath. Really feel that connection between the ground and the heavens here. Pulling energy out of the earth as you breathe. Letting things be nice and relaxed at the periphery. Nice big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale your knee forwards. And exhale your foot down. Great. Let's get into our floor sequence now. Take a nice big inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold all the way forwards.
Plant your hands. Bring your knees down to the mat.
Sit down. Take a breath or two here. Just calming yourself, centering yourself. Breath nice and slow. And now to get into our floor sequence. We'll bring your bum roughly in the middle of your mat with your legs forwards and your knees bent. Knees more or less together. Now options here, hands behind the knees. Well, option 1 would be hands behind. Option 2, hands behind the knees. Lean back, lift your feet off the ground. Either hands in either position. Third option for your hands here is to take the hands away from the knees. And then as far as the legs are concerned, there's options there too, shins parallel or legs straight. Navasana. Sit up nice and proud. Squeeze your legs towards each other. Lift the chest. Nice. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, turn to the right. Pull your body in. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, center. Then arms straight, legs straight. Come just about to the ground for 3, 2, and then 1. Lie down. Draw your knees in towards your chest and take your knees for a little bit of a spin this way and that. And then slowly, feet down to the mat. Flip-flop your knees side to side a few times, waking up the outer hips. And now for a front side extension, a bridge pose. Walk your feet in until you can just touch your heels with your fingertips. Get that thing out the way. And then I like to bend my arms 90 degrees, elbows touching the sides of your body. Press with your feet, press with your elbows, lift your bum up. And now feel a sense of engagement through the fronts of your hips here. So as the glutes are involved for certain, and also the fronts of the hips. And we can progress this as much or as little as you like. You can drop your hands down, tuck your shoulders under, make a fist under your bum, and that'll lift the mid-chest a little bit more, the lower rib cage. And if you want a little bit more into the throat, you can come on your tiptoes and lift up even higher. But again, these are just choices. They're not gotta do it. Just allow yourself to do what feels right for you today. Good. And then exit the way you went in. Feet flat, shoulders release, spine releases, and flip-flop your knees side to side. From this place, we'll extend both legs nice and long, moving into what's called Pavanmuktasana, wind-removing pose. Bring your right knee up, interlace your fingers across the head of the knee, and draw it sort of out and around your ribs towards the right shoulder. Give a good sense of compression at the hip, and then similarly, you're trying to drive your knee into your hands. Your hands are winning, hands are pulling, knee is kicking. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then extend and take the other side. Left knee comes up, interlace your fingers across the knee, maybe the other interlace, pull it towards your left shoulder. Feel that compression and then start to kick with the knee as well. Trying to build 2 opposing isometric forces here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that leg nice and long. Bring both knees up towards you. And here, either grab behind your knees or over your knees. Try to grab your forearms and then bring your head up towards your knees. Take a big inhale and then exhale and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. And then soften. Start to rock and roll on your spine a few times, up and down, and then come up to a seat facing forwards. As you come to a seat, we'll bring the bottoms of your feet together. And a comfortable orientation for the hips flopping open like this, not too close, not too far. Bring your hands up into a fist and point your index fingers. Inhale, reach way forwards. Exhale, fold. And then come back up on your inhale. Reach, hinge, and rise up. Sort of reminds me of a butter churn, I guess. Reach, hinge, rise back up. And now the last one, reach, hinge. Let your hands come back towards your feet. Let your chin tuck in. And here, there's many options. I like to roll my feet more open so the bottoms of the feet face the ceiling. And then you can use your thumbs to massage the tender points on the bottom of your feet. All of these acupressure points in the foot. Or other options, you could use your elbows to press on your shins or your knees. And then try to press the shins up into your elbows. Sort of an isometric resistance. Or you could just tuck your chin and hang out there, letting everything soften. Many choices, and it always depends on what your intention is for your practice. So if your intention is to relax and find a bit of introspective space, do that. Relax. It's okay. Nice. And then slowly rise up. Hold your outer knees. Squeeze your knees in. Extend your legs nice and long. Give them a shake. And then we'll bring your right foot in to your inner upper thigh, Janu Shirshasana. Pressing foot to leg, lift up nice and tall, hands up, and fold forwards, hinge forwards. Maybe you grab the ball of your foot, or maybe the shin, or maybe the mat, and then fold over top of that left leg. Heel shoots away from you, back of the knee drives down. Breath nice and calm. Yeah, nice. Engage the muscles above the kneecap here. Yeah. And then slowly come up, switch sides, take the right leg out, left foot in, shoot energy out the right heel, reach up tall, fold forwards. And give yourself a bit of a tug, perhaps, towards your toes. Drive the back of the knee down. Breath nice and calm and slow. Trying to integrate all of the work that we've done here for the last 45 minutes. Quite a thorough practice today. And then come back up, send both legs out nice and long. Paschimottanasana. Lift up tall. Attempt to grab your big toes or your baby toes or your ankles. And then keep your eyes looking at your feet. Fold forwards, hinge forwards, trying to get out of the hip creases and fold forwards. Baby toes try to come back towards you, kind of hard. Breath nice and slow. Yeah. And again, slowly sit back up. From here, we'll again come, well, let's come onto our backs. Lie down. I was going to do one thing, but then I changed my mind. As we come onto our backs, let's move into some concluding movements. So first a twist. Shift your hips a little bit to the left and drop both knees over to the right. Use your right hand to hold your top knee down. Extend your left hand out the side. Look to the left. A spine twist. Relax your face. Feel the rhythm of your breathing. We're trying to get to that place where your body has this sort of muscular sigh, where muscles soften and relax and yield, particularly as you're exhaling. Relax your face, your eyes, your jaw. Slow, slow breathing. Now you could probably stay there for a long time, but we're going to keep going. Come back through to center. Pause in neutral at the spine. Settle back down. And then we'll take both hips over, or the hips to the right. Knees go to the left. Left hand holds your knees down. Right hand extends out to the right. And you can gaze towards that extended hand. I won't do that so that you can hear me. And again, slow, slow breathing. Breath nice and calm. Allowing the body to dissipate any areas of obvious tension or resistance. Slow breath. And then from here, one more thing, just to help with the lymphatic drainage. We'll come onto our backs and both legs up, both arms up. And we're trying to send the lymph fluid back to the main collection points behind the knees, in the groin, in front of the shoulder, into the armpit and the neck. And we do this by just shaking the legs, shaking the arms, and letting everything pool back, dissipating all the byproducts of cellular activity. Shake it off, feels good. And then from there, simply lie down nice and long into Savasana. As you come into Savasana, let your hands flop out to the side, let your feet flop open, take a big inhale, and long exhale. Close your eyes. And I'll offer a bit of guidance as we rest into Savasana. Allow your forehead, your eyes to soften back into the head a little bit. Cheeks relaxing back towards your ears. Teeth separating in your mouth. Your tongue dropping away from the roof of your mouth. Back of the neck nice and long. There's maybe just a subtle tucking of the chin to help that happen. Nice and spacious across the upper back, across from one shoulder to the other. And then relaxing down the arms all the way to your fingertips, hands kind of heavy and flopping open. And from the back of your neck all the way down to your tailbone, feeling heaviness there, either side of the torso kind of flopping open, hips flopping open. And then all the way down to the feet, which are nicely relaxed. And then from this place, connecting with that simple rise and fall of your own breathing. Feeling a sense of ease and relaxation everywhere in your body. And connecting with, again, as we did at the start of the practice, the felt sense of you. How are you doing now? How is your body feeling?
How's the mind? How's the emotions? How are you doing? Noticing the effects that yoga practice has on you is very much a part of the practice. Becoming more and more mindful. And with that, extending a sense of gratitude towards yourself and towards all the others that practiced along with you today. Creating and holding space for each other. Let's take a nice big inhale. And a long exhale to sigh. And thank you all for sharing this space, for sharing this time together. So good to have you here. I hope you have a beautiful day out there. Thanks again, and we'll see you again sometime soon.